Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of the Discord.py Discord bot tutorial series. This episode, we're going to be looking at embeds and just doing some general housekeeping on our code to make it work better and to make the users who haven't programmed the bot know how to use it. So you might have wondered by now how other people are supposed to know how to use our bot, as we're the only ones who know the prefix. To do so, you can set the bot's game activity to the prefix. So, in the onReady function, you can have it so that the bot's saying that they're playing a game, and the game's title can be the prefix. And so users, when they see the bot, they can see the prefix underneath the game. So, to do that, we need to go into the onReady function that we created earlier in the event video. In this, we can create a variable called bot activity. This bot activity, we make it equal to discord.game with a capital G, and then end it with parentheses. In this, we have the name option. This is what we put the name of the game as. So for the bot in my case, the prefix is an exclamation mark. So I can write this as prefix colon exclamation mark. So this is when people run this code, they're going to be seeing that the prefix is an exclamation mark. However, there's one problem. If we run this code, you can see that when the bot goes online, that there's not going to be a prefix on there. And there's one simple fix to this, as we haven't really displayed the prefix, we've only defined it as such. So to set the prefix and all that stuff, we can do a change presence. So to do that, it's similar to outputting something with the await command. After the await, we'll put client dot change presence as such and end in parentheses. In this, we can use the activity and put the activity to this previous variable that we named, in my case, bot activity. So I put bot activity down here. Now, when I run this code here, we can see that when this executes and we go to the Discord, we can see that it's working perfectly. This bot has the prefix exclamation mark, so when other people use the bot, they know that it's an exclamation mark. Perfect. And then now, once we do that, we need to work on these commands and add them to embeds. So embeds in Discord are just things to make things look nice. They're sort of like fancy messages that only bots can send. An example of an embed would be one of my other bots that I've made. This is the example of an embed. This fancy little message thing pops out, and there's a bunch of formatting options with it. That's something that you can do as an embed. So we're going to be creating that for this bot. So if you recall in the last episode, we created two different commands. The ping command, which gives us the latency of the bot from you to the bot, and the date command, which tells you the current date. So we've just had them export or send to Discord as normal text that the bot sends. However, we want to change this to embeds. So how do we do this? So embeds are pretty easy. You just got to kind of get the hang of them, and there's a lot of defining, but once you get the hang of them, they're really fast to do, and there's no reason to not do them. So let's start with the date over here. I need to name our embed. So make sure you name your embed specifically so you know which embed you're going to be using. So we can name this as date underscore embed and make that equal to discord dot capital E embed like this and end it in parentheses. So this is the embed function. This doesn't have anything though, as we haven't specified the title, description, all that stuff in the embed. So we won't get anything outputted. So to do some work in this, we have the title command. Title, this is the thing that displays at the top of the embed in the largest text, and it tells the user what the command is about basically. So we can name this title as something as the date command. Date command as such. We could separate this next one with a comma, and we could do a description. This is going to be the main body text in the thing. For the description, since we have the date and time from the form CT variable we made in the previous episode, we could write form CT for the formatted current time. After that, we can have colors. Discord has some already built-in colors such as red, green, but you're not going to specify specific colors from the color spectrum using hexadecimal values. So we can spell color and make that equal to a hexadecimal. To make it a hexadecimal, you have to put the code 0x lowercase. This lets the thing know that it's going to be a hexadecimal number, and we can put the color after that. So I found a really nice light yellow, or bright yellow I should say, color that I want to add. So I have the hexadecimal for it right here. You can choose any hexadecimal value you want, and just put that there. So this is going to be the main code. So to run this code, we can remove this form underscore CT in the CTX send, and we make it embed like this equal to the date embed that we've written right here. So now when we run this main command, it should just wait for this to load, and the bot is now ready, and we go here. So let's try the date command. If you do exclamation mark date and press enter, as you can see, we have this really nice embed. It tells the user what it is, what the date is, and this is the color we chose for the thing, and this is what the embed will look like. It's a much better version of writing this, and I like to use it, and a lot of people do prefer this over sending regular messages. However, that's not all an embed can do. You can add images and other things to your embed as well. So let's work on that. So on this next line, we can do date. We can write date embed, our variable, and put a dot. This will give us some options on what we can do. So let's start with a set thumbnail. So I'll do set thumbnail, and this will be the big picture at the bottom of our embed. To set the image, we want to type URL and make that equal to the image link. So I already have a nice calendar PNG image picked up for this video. You can pick any image here. So I pasted that here, and it'll be there. Next, after this, we can have an author. So we can have the author as the bot. So it's kind of just saying, hey, the bot sent this. To do this, we do the same thing with the date underscore embed dot, and then we can do set author as such. The set author command, we can put a name and make that equal to the client username. So we can do client.user.name. This will give the name of the bot, as the bot is the client. The next thing we can do is the bot's profile picture. I currently don't have a profile picture for the bot, but in the future, if you want to add one, you can have the profile picture and it will show up in the embed. To do so, we can put icon underscore URL and make that equal to the client.user.avatar URL as such. This is the URL for the image that's used for the bot's profile picture. You can also put specific things, such as how I have a URL up here. You could put those in here as well if you want it to stay the same every time. This is going to be fluid in the sense that if I change the image of the bot in the future and the name, that will update automatically, and I don't have to change the code when I do so. So it's just nice work for the future, so I don't have extra work to do. The next thing I'm going to do is set footer. In the footer, I like to put who sent the message or who initiated the command. To do this, it's the same format for the other ones. We do date embed dot, and then here we can do set footer as such. In this, we can put text and make that equal to our author name, and we can send icon URL and make that equal to our author name. So for the text, we want the author's name. In this case, it's going to be me. So to do that, we want to put CTX for context, so it knows the context of the user that's sending it, dot author dot name. This will fetch the author's name of the person who sent the command and have their name written at the bottom in the footer. Similarly, we can do icon URL, and similar to the bot, we're just going to show that image. It's going to show my profile picture next to my name in the footer. And to do so, it's similar to this one, where we put CTX dot author dot avatar underscore URL as such. So this will basically send an embed with this stuff. So let's refresh and rerun this bot and see what we get. So we can do exclamation mark date, and you get this really nice embed. So we get the name of the bot here and the profile picture of the bot. We get the calendar image that I selected earlier, we get the main body of the text, the description, and this is the footer with my profile picture and my Discord name. So that's just general how to make an embed. So we're going to do it for the other one as well, and it follows the same kind of formatting as this one. So let's get on with that. I'll turn off this bot running, and let's get to working with the ping command and adding the embeds to that. So we can do the same thing, but in this time I'll name it ping underscore embed and make that equal to discord.embed as such. Have the title, I'll go a bit faster this one because the code's right above, and you can copy and paste that code into other ones by changing the variables and all the information around. So you can name this as the ping command, and the description, we can put this output here. We can just copy that and cut it out and paste that as a description here. Lastly, we can do the color and make that equal to the same thing where we have before with the FFE 633 as such. And that's the hexadecimal color code. And we can do this thing. I'll just copy this as we don't really need to change that much, but we make sure we got to change these right here. So on my IDE, I can middle click drag and replace that with ping, or you can just change them individually. The result's the same. Now for this image, I found a separate image for the ping that's pretty representative of what it is. So I just placed that image here, and we got that. And lastly, we got to make sure that we tell the ctx.send that we're sending an embed. So we can make this as embed equals to, and then the name of our embed, which is ping embed as such. So this will output the ping embed that we have earlier. Now, when we run this, we got to wait for the bot to respond. Perfect. Now if we do !ping, we get this really nice ping command as well with our latency, our title, the bot's name and profile picture, the person who asked for the command, and this nice little picture to go along with it. And you can change these colors as you please and fix all these things. So that's it for the tutorial. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section down below. You can also ask me on my Discord. That will also be in the description of this video. And thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new.